brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada, where the memorial torch honoring legendary owner Al Davis has just been lit, and we are set for football at Allegiant Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And his first look is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Coughing a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. This is taken at the 18. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
And at the start of Jordan Love's NFL career, he had one of the best seats in the stadium watching Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential. And he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. Able to slither by. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. On play action, now Rodgers. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 2.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. An inside give to Jones. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, Vikings.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
He's tackled at the
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. That one complete to Naylor. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
15 yards.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Rodgers now to throw. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Stuck for the loss by Devin White.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
Throwing is Rodgers. That one behind his man, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And out a middle across the 25 to the 27. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Able to get this one to McBride. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35.
Out of bounds at the 35.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing. Love. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
A gain of 10 yards.
His first catch there. Good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To pass, here's Jordan Love. Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 7. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. He's got his tight end McBride on the out route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's first and 10. Going back to Love. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Cortland Sutton, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score
A drive that time of 6 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Now Rodgers. Slant route, and he's got Addison. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. To throw is Rodgers. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Rodgers going to throw. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends are creating so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Rodgers to throw once more. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a first and 10.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That throw right side here going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. This is caught. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half.
Minnesota.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Love. This one complete. It's Rashee Rice. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Love now. That one caught by Rice. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Love will sneak it. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. That's complete to McBride. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw now. Here's Love. These guys running back out of the backfield. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
1st and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2nd down and 6 now. Love looking to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Love. Touchdown! Rasheed Rice from 10 yards out. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Carlson now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Looking to put a drive together. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. 50 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And 10.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up fourth down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Love from the gun on third down. He's going to get there to his running back out of the backfield. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
That's good.
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They'll go to Barkley again. Pushes him over.
Holding offense.
Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Love from the gun. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This is 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Rodgers throwing quickly out wide.
A gain of 3 yards. And the Vikings first down. It's a gain of 3. And the Vikings first down.
Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Complete to Addison on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. That one complete to Naylor. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
At the 22-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. Rodgers again now. That's to Naylor once again. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Here's 1st down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
For Jalen Naylor.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13. Rodgers now to throw. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Oliver.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think that.
Diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out. And the Raiders have recovered. So they tried to tack on two more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.
Just about set for football as we welcome you to SoFi Stadium, Inglewood, California. Today, a good one in the NFC West. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Oh, it's a win here for the Seahawks. They put together a complete football game as they finish this one in shutout fashion. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.